Hello, my lovely and dear Libras. This is your horoscope for July 2025. Now, first half of July, we will have amazing support, amazing aspects, planetary aspects, astrologically speaking. But second half of July, we will have a bit of a difficult time, a bit of a bumpy ride, but we are all together in it. So we will also come out just being together and supporting each other. Now let's start with Neptune and Saturn, because those two planets, they are slowing down in July in your one of the most important houses, house of other people, all other relationships, one-on-one relationships. uh, it could be business relationship, it could be love relationships. Now Neptune July 4th going retrograde in your 7th house, and Saturn going retrograde too on July 13th in the same part of your chart. Now these two planets will be all this year together until next year. They will make conjunction, like they will unite at the exact point, but this year they're still close to each other, transiting through your 7th house. Now Neptune will retrograde until almost end of 2025, until December 10th, and Saturn will also retrograde until end of November. So pretty much next half of the year, second half of 2025, these two planets will send you into a retrospective motion of reflection around your relationship area, relationship with your husband or wife or long-term partner, or in general your relationship, and how you view this concept of marriage, concept of being attached to someone, in general being in a relationship, and in general also it could be business partners. You might be contemplating a lot what kind of relationships you attract and what kind of your relationships you build. During this time, these two planets giving you opportunity to reflect on all these topics, or to concentrate on one specific relationship, for example. Now, if you've missed videos about Neptune in your 7th house and Saturn in your 7th house, go check on my YouTube channel. That's must check, especially for you, my dear Libras, because 7th house is one of the important houses, in our natal chart, because it deals with our relationship. And one thing that you need to remember, 7th house is like a mirror. It is mirroring your yourself, your core values, how you allow people to treat you. That's what kind of relationships you attract into your life. So whatever is going on in our 7th house, it's usually our mirror. That's exactly the thing which sits inside you. That is about you, not about other people. So these two planets are retrograding in your 7th house, as I said, and during this retrograde, they will move back into your house of work this year, but then both of them will come back to your 7th house next year to start their full journey. Saturn will stay there for 3 years, and Neptune will stay there for all 14 years. That's correct. That's how long these two planets will be there. Now, next Uranus, July 7th, is a big day in astrology, planet of surprises, shocking information, and revelation. Also, innovation and also freedom-seeking planet, moving into your 9th house. Amazing place to have Uranus. Now, 9th house is about all things foreign, all people foreign, all affairs foreign. Now, Uranus will stay in your 9th house until beginning of November 8th. So until November, you have a chance to see what this planet will bring to you when when it will move into your ninth house. But Uranus, it stays in one sign 7 years. It's another slow moving planet. It's always very visible, very feelable when Uranus moves, changes signs, because this is like a exact sort of like a Swiss clock of universe. With Uranus is always precise. Now, but then it will start retrograding and it will move back into your eighth house where it spent last 7 years. But then next year it will fully enter your ninth house to stay until 2032. So it's whole 7 year journey, and you don't want to miss my video on this because I'm gonna make a separate video. Now Uranus was occupying your ninth house when last time it was when it was Second World War. So from 1941 until 1948 it was there, and this is new energy. None of us felt this energy ever before unless you are more than 84 years old. That's how long Uranus takes to make full circle around the zodiac, to come back to the same place. Now, ninth house is amazing place because it's about foreign things, foreign affairs. So you will have a lot of chances from Uranus to collaborate, to migrate, if that was your wish, to get citizenship of another country or residence permit, let's say. All things related foreign will be golden for you, my dear Libras. You will need to work with Uranus, so stay tuned on how you're gonna work with this Uranus to that video that I'm gonna make. Now, the sweetest point of this month will arrive with this full moon on July 10th in your house of family. Now, those of you who are born 14th of October plus or minus 5 days, you will be affected the most because it's hitting your 18th degree. Now, full moon will be supported by Mars. And Mars is an action planet, and it's in your 12th house of far lands, foreign lands. So something culminating there. Now, full moons are usually about some endings, or they put some big spotlight there. Fourth house is about family. It could be related to your mother, or it could be related to one or two family members. Like maybe they will come visit you, for example, or it might be that you going to visit your family, to travel somewhere far because Mars is in your far lands house. Or it could be related to health situation of someone in your family that is going on, and you will receive amazing news regarding to that situation. Ruler of this full moon, Saturn, will connect forces with Neptune in your house of all other people, and these two, they will receive amazing boost from Pluto and Uranus. Now, Pluto will be in your house of true love, and Uranus is a house of foreign people. You see, this Saturn and Neptune, they're in your house of relationship, committed relationships, and Pluto is in your house of love. Seems like for some of you, it could be related to love situation. For example, as a proposal, or as getting married, or upgrading, your relationship, like moving in together, or maybe buying a house together because it's happening in your fourth house, house of property or family or land, let's say. And it seems like that person will be of a foreign national, let's say someone who speaks different language or from a different sort of background than yours. So it could be related to that. Otherwise, it could be related to some property purchase, for example, or sell. If you are selling, you will sell for amazing price. And even if you're buying, you will also buy for much cheaper price than you anticipated, and you're gonna find amazing home for yourself, my dear Libras. This is amazing full moon, so work with this full moon. July 18th, Mercury going retrograde. Now, Mercury retrogrades 3 times per year. This is its second time in your house of friendships, in your house of future and wishes. Now, Mercury retrogrades until August 11th. So, until August 11th, it's not a good time to sign any important papers because Mercury rules commerce, rules deals, signing papers, communication, whatever we write, speak, all these communication related topics. So better to postpone important papers and also plastic surgeries. Not a good time to do any plastic surgery when Mercury is retrograding, and simply because you might change your mind afterwards, or you might not like the result, for example. And not a good time to buy electronics, some new devices, because it's for you specifically, because it's retrograding in your 11th house. Now, 11th house is all things online, all things future, all things new technology. So try to make that purchase after, like during second half of August, my dear Libras. Now, as we coming to the second part of July, we are coming to this a bit of a difficult aspect that we all gonna feel. July 23rd, we have Mars connecting with South Node in your 12th house and directly opposing your North Node in your 6th house. To hold this picture, opposition is not a sweet aspect. Now, to this picture, Venus adds up things, spices it up. Now, Venus is planet of love and it's your ruler, my dear Libras, but Venus is also lover of Mars. And Venus will sit in your 9th house and will make hard aspect, like very difficult angle to Mars together with South Node that are sitting both united in your 12th house, and to North Node. So to both of them, Venus will make harsh angle, meaning Mars and Venus will be arguing over something, and that aspect will be exact on July 23rd. Now, it's a bit of a hard aspect to go through to all of us. And, whatever Mars touches in our chart, it activates it. It makes it light, because Mars is impatient planet. It's like, let's get things done planet. So it's touching your South Node in your house of past, in your house of loss. So during end of August, universe will require from you to let go of something, to leave it to the past. To also, it could be that you might travel during this time, because all these travel houses are connected. Like Venus is in your 9th house, Mars is in your 12th house, far land travels. By the end of July, seems like you might travel, or you might, let's say, come back from some sort of travels. And if you're gonna travel, work will be pressing its heaviness. Seems like, it could be quite a lot of work, and because of that, quite a lot of assignments. You might want to postpone, for example, your travel, or some things might not go your way, let's say. Also, take good care by the end of July around your health, because these health houses are connected. 12th and 6th house, your well-being house. Seems like there might be something bothering you as well. If there is, better to go for checkups, my dear Libras, during this time. Now, the next day, July 24th, we have new moon, new energy in your house of wishes and future, which will get opposition from Pluto. Now, again, not a best aspect. And Pluto sits in your house of love. Now, those of you who are born around 25th of September, plus or minus 5 days, you will be affected the most, because it's hitting your 2nd degree. Now, when this kind of new moons they appear, it's about relationship because it's opposition. So it's between you and other person. In this case, it seems like it could be related to one or two of your kids, for example, if you have them, or it could be related to a person who you start recently, let's say dating. It's not the relationship like you are married or long term together, but those who are just fresh, let's say just start dating, and it's something new. So it might be between you and that person. Let's say your wishes and vision to the future will go different ways. Like you might have a different vision for your future, and you might have sort of disagreement here, and even might have like break up here, for example. Or the issue could be also about money around your future as a couple. Or if, for example, if you have kids, then it could be related to how to finance your kids. You might have disagreement here too, because Pluto rules your money house, but then it's opposing all those things that you wish, your vision, your plans, future plans, for example. Either it's your plan or plan as a couple, or plan for your kids, for example, about their future. These are all examples. Now, anyhow, we will have a huge support from universe, Saturn and Neptune that are in your seventh house. They will both support amazing ways this new moon, and will support Pluto, sort of try to mitigate this Pluto's effect. Now, with this kind of aspect, like illusions might fade away. Like this new moon might open up for you some situation where you're gonna see clearly. And from that moment on, you will know what's the reality. Whatever it relates to, whomever needs to hear this information. So, it seems like illusions might fade away. All these things that you thought about person might fall away, and you will see clearly in, let's say, in reality what kind of person you're dealing with. For example, either it could be in a like business relationship, or it could be in a romantic relationship. And if it's about business, it could be also that, for example, you will have some sort of disagreement about how to take your business further with someone, like how to develop, what kind of future you have for your business. And again, there could be some finances involved that are problematic, like where to invest these finances, or how to get the, let's say, reward from this business, and if you have sort of income from this business or not. Shall you like develop it or not? So you might have a bit of a here uh, sort of tension with someone related to your business or related to your creativity, like creative project. Fifth house is about these skills, our talents, how to develop it, how to make it, let's say, famous, how to reach more, I don't know, followers, for example. These kind of things might be present during this new moon, my dear Libras. All in all, stay very positive. Always check your rising sign and moon sign. Love you all. Bye bye.